Welcome to the Roadrunner 89 Investment Network, where we talk about interracial love and marriage. Hope you enjoy. Swirl to Investment. Hello, everyone. Hey, welcome to tonight's show. J10, good to see you, young lady. Buy the book, good to see you also. Um, this is going to be a short live. It's really late at night. I know on the East Coast it's 11:23. Where I'm at, it's 9:23. Um, I just wanted to speak to you guys, and I want to talk about interracial relationships. You know, the traditional relationships. This is like a part two. I don't have no videos tonight. I'm just going to speak from the heart. Um, and tonight I had an experience where I was heartbroken from someone I thought was a friend, someone that thought like me, somebody that was, and same mindset, but I was let down. But anyway, I just want to tell you guys and listen, you guys are awesome. You're beautiful. You are what keeps me going. You are what makes my channel what it is. And I love you more than you even know. And as long as I'm on YouTube, I will be here for you. And I will never ask nothing for you. Um, I just love making content. I love doing this for you. And, that's where my heart is. I don't need to make money on YouTube. I got a awesome job that pays good money. Um, and this is where my heart is. This is where my passion is. And I want to speak to people when it comes to interracial relationships, interracial marriage, when it comes to black women, white men, our Asian men, Hispanic. Um, that's where my heart is. That's where my soul is. That's where this channel even exists from. That's where everything I ever wanted in the YouTube is going. And I've been married 28 years, and I have so much love for black women. And listen, I want to tell my story, and you've heard it so many times over, but I still want to tell it. Um, you know, where my teenage mother wasn't being the mother she should be. We didn't have the relationship. A black woman filled that void. When I was in church, struggling on my life, not knowing where to go, there was a black woman that was there to talk to me about God. And maybe that's why I have so much. Maybe that's why I have so much. I admire Anita Baker and her image because she reminds me of a black woman in church that talked to me about God. And from the time I was dating till I was married, black women has been in my life all the way, every day. And I've told my story so many times, even before YouTube. And some people think it's a beautiful story. They embrace it. Some people show me hate because of it. Okay, and and, and that's their opinion. But I got to tell people the truth. I got to tell people about character. I got to tell people about true love, and I got to tell people about black women, and how awesome they are, how much they have molded my life, how much I mean, and when I talk about it, guys, I get emotional. I do, and it's because I know I've been blessed from God from the get go, and and for some reason, I love black women more than anything. More than any other group of women, okay? And I don't hate other groups of women. I just I have a strong love for black women. I always have. And I've always, I haven't silenced myself. I've always told people about how I feel. And for some reason I get shown love, but some reason I get so much hate. It's unbelievable. When you uplift black women, when you speak highly of black women, when you tell people black women how beautiful and amazing they are, you get hate for some reason, and especially if you're a white guy. And I've been on these YouTube streets, and I felt it, you know, and it just I'm baffled. I don't understand it because I'm not attacking nobody. I'm coming with love. I'm coming with where my true heart is. And the beautiful thing is I could talk to you guys about this. I could tell you, and you understand where I'm coming from. You understand that it's character over color. It's love over everything. Um, and here's the thing. I've been reaching out to other people to tell people about my experience, about my situation. And the thing of it is, sadly, I've been silenced. Sadly, I've been attacked. Sadly, people go in on me because I love black women. That's it in a nutshell. I haven't attacked nobody. I haven't said nothing bad about nobody. Well, maybe I put stats out there. Maybe that hurts people's feelings. But that's the only thing I can think of, right? But I've always told people how much I love black women. I've always told people how beautiful my wife is, and me and my wife in our mid 50s, and we're still going strong. And I know when I go live, my show ain't the most exciting. I know my show ain't the most entertaining, but you know what? I speak from the heart, and I try to tackle the issues in today's world when it comes within our country and when it comes across the world when it comes to interracial relationships. I tell you how I feel. I tell you the love I have for black women. And why do I love black women so much? You know why? Because they showed me love, because they put me above themselves. And I can't just sit by and ignore the awesome things black women have done. I can't just sit back and say I'm not attracted to the one woman that showed me love amongst all other women in this world. I can't just ignore that the woman that was a mother to me when my teenage mother wasn't. I can't ignore that. I can't sit back and and just ignore that my wife's been with me 28 years, even though as flawed as I am, even though she's given me everything. I cannot ignore that. But you know what? People will silence me on this. People will put me in the corner because of my beliefs. They do it all the time. And that's fine. I mean, and the beautiful thing is I got this channel with you guys, and I love you guys, and I want to be there. I want this to grow, and even if it don't grow, even if it shrinks every week, I'll still be there because I love you and I understand that you guys believe like I do. You believe in true love, regardless of skin tone, regardless of anything. And the thing of it is I try to reach out to people so many times and they break my heart. And I'm going to tell you on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, this platform is your platform. It's like I'm the CEO of your company. You could come on anytime. I will listen to any of you, and I will never ask you for anything. I know there's YouTubers out there that make money at this. They get cash apps and all that crazy crap. I don't want that. I just want you to be here with me. I just want you to, share your perspective and just be here with me. I don't want nothing from you. And I will never, and as God is my witness, ever show you a cash app with my name on it. I will never freaking do that crap. And it disgusts me that people will ask you for money to come on their show to uplift them. Did you know YouTube pays us for every freaking view? I will never ask you for nothing. In fact, I should give you something for coming on. And in fact, I have. And in fact, I I want to give you something every time. I've given away what, like 18 jerseys, 10 Bibles, and that's because I love you. That's because I want us to have a space where we could come in and there's nothing expected of you or me except our perspective. There's nothing expected from you but just to be there and give me your perspective. There's nothing expected from me but to just tell you what I think. And we could agree or disagree. And if you hate what I'm saying, you can unsubscribe and go somewhere else. That's the beauty in it. And if you love what I'm saying, you can stick with me. And my thing is I've got so much love from having this platform. I've got it's like therapy to me. It's like you ladies, you guys have uplifted me and made me feel so awesome. It's unbelievable. And you know what? I'll be here for you till YouTube pulls my account and doesn't let me back. But until they do that, I'm here. And you know what? I want us to come together. I want us to have a beautiful platform together. I want us to come together with love and respect. And I want to hear your perspective. And you know what? I won't silence you. I won't mute you. Well, unless you start cussing and being stupid, of course, I'm not going to allow that. But the thing of it is I found out tonight how beautiful and awesome you are. I found how awesome this platform is. And it reminds me of interracial relationships when it comes to black women, white men. How we come together and just love each other and appreciate each other. And we make it work, even though the world tells us it won't work. Even though the world tells us it's no good. Even society says it are against it. Even though we got haters on both sides of the fence, we are the power couple. We are the ones that make it happen. That is of God. And I'm telling you, God will bless us when we come together, women, white men, our black women, Asian, and Hispanic men. That too. God will bless that. Because on my channel, and I'm going to tell you something, you know what? And I want to talk about a comment I got from a so called white man that says, I wanted to check out your channel, and I'll show you this comment on another night. that said, I wanted to check out your channel because I'm interested in dating and marrying interracially, but I got bored when black women complained about black men. Okay, here's my thing. I do not coddle black men and I do not cater to white men. In my panel, it's about interracial relationships, but most of all, it's about black women finding the best option. And I don't give a damn what any black man or white man thinks. It's about black women. And black women are the best choice. Black women have put in the most work, and they're the most unprotected, and they are the most disrespected. And I will not cater to no man that comes to me with that garbage. I will not do it. I blocked this jackass. I kicked him off my channel because I'm not here to entertain white men that are interested in dating black women. You know what? If you're interested in it, go do it and be the best man you could be. But don't ever tell me to silence black women on when they want to vent. And that goes for white men and black men. If they say you're garbage and they want to vent on that, tune in somewhere else because I'm not going to lower my standards for any man, regardless. And that's what I'm in face with lately. I got men, beta male, garbage idiots, low IQ, jealous men out there that want to be protected. Well, damn it, black women are the most unprotected. They need to be the most protected. Black women are the most disrespected. They need to be the most respected. Black women need to be the most loved. Black women are the most successful group of women in America right now as we speak. Hands down, there is no competition. There is nobody that can shake a stick to black women. Okay? But I try to be nice and say all women are beautiful, which they are. But you know what? Black women are the best choice. And as a white man, I'm going to compete for black women. Well, I already have. I got my wife. But listen, when I started dating, it was black women or nothing. I competed, and yes, I was always at a disadvantage. And you know what? That's okay. Because if you want the best, you got to fight for the best. If you want the best, you got to go through the hurt and the pain, and you got to go through the rejection, and you got to fight your own community. You got to fight the black community to be with that black woman. And damn it, I did that. And I've won. And I tell you, if you're not man enough to be with a black woman, if you can't love her more than anything in the world, you need to step off and go somewhere else. And I'm just saying, I don't care if you're white or black, if you can't give her everything, you need to disappear. Straight up. But anyway, I'm not going to tell you what happened tonight. I'm not going to go into this, but I am so pissed. I am so freaking crazy right now. But I'm going to channel that in the love I have for black women, because that seems what calms me down. That seems what gets my mindset right. That seems to get me where I need to be, where I can think logically instead of within emotion. And I tell you, it's with a black woman, because my wife, I tell you, I've been in crazy situations. The only one that could ever calm me down was my wife. And black women, and the reason is because I have more love for black women than any group of people on this earth. And I'm going to say it. And people are going to get offended, and people are going to say, how can you favor one group over the other? You know why? Because this group has shown me love, respect, more than any other group on this earth. When my teenage mother wasn't there, a black woman was there. When my Christian life was going south, a black woman was there. You know what? When I was dating and I finally found love, it was a black woman there. When I found a wife, it was a black woman there. You know what? And when I go through life, somehow, when it comes down to it, being successful, a black woman is there to this day. Tell me this is a coincidence. Tell me this is just a chance. Tell me what I'm speaking it is not truth. But I tell you, when it comes down to it, I'm blessed more than so many men on this earth, it's not even funny. And that's white men, black men, and etc. And I've told black men till the cows come home, I say, look, bro, you got the best woman ever, the most beautiful, the most loving, the most nurturing, the most spiritual, the most has the most character. Can I go on forever? But they look at me like I'm crazy. But that's okay. Because you step aside and leave your blessing. And I'll be right there to scoop it up. And I was there in 1994. And these no good losers that dated my wife that didn't give her respect, they're gone. But I swooped up and I have a wife that loves me more than anything on this earth. I have a family that loves me. I have kids and grandkids that love me. I have a legacy. And you know why? Because of the black woman. You know why I'm a Christian today is because of the black woman. You know why I feel love in my heart for a woman is because of the black woman. You know why I have success in my life is because of the black woman. You know why I can move forward is because of the black woman. And I'm not going to cut myself short and say I don't have the ability to be successful because I have ability to be successful. But the black woman brings it out of you more than any other group of women could ever hope to do. And I'm passionate tonight. And damn it, you know what? And if men don't see the beauty in black women, they're going to be cursed. And if they don't see our duties as men to provide and protect for black women, well, they're going to have to answer to God. And if people don't understand that black women are the most disrespected, the most neglected, and the most successful, God help you. That's all I can say. God help you. Because it breaks my heart that some people don't have love for black women. And this is even black men, right? But black women have love for everybody. That's why and let me tell you, I live in New Mexico where our population is 2,098,000. Did you know the city of Houston has 300,000 more people than my whole state? Did you know that? But yet, I can find the love of a black woman in my little desert state in the middle of nowhere. And you know where I live. You know I live in the desert. I showed a video where I live. And I'm telling you. And but anyway, I'm sorry. I'm just ranting tonight. I'm in an emotional state, and damn it, I really need to be because I need to let this out. But anyway, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm getting off. Um, but I was thinking about that. And I thank you for supporting me. And guys, the only way you need to support me is just be here every once in a while. I love you. Look, ever since I started this channel, this is my hobby. God has blessed me with with a good job, with good finances. I'm pretty well taken care of. But the one thing I love more than anything is coming here on this channel and talking to you. And all I ask for you is just come in every once in a while. Just give me a thumbs up. That's so uplifting. And what breaks my heart is I want to reach out to other people that feel like I do, but somehow this YouTube is a business for some people. Somehow it's about money. Somehow, and I'm so furious. And I'm not going to go into this, guys, but I just want to tell you I love you. And I want to share my life with you. And I want to share the blessing. And my channel talks about interracial relationships, but truth be told, it's about black women. It is. That's what it's about. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's just about interracial relationships. Actually, it's about the black woman. It really is. I'm going to be honest. My love for the black woman transmits into my channel. It does. And because I've been blessed so much, I have so much love for black women that I can't even, I could talk all night how much I love black women. But you got to understand where my life is. You got to understand that the group of women that show me love, you got to understand I'm different from other people. I have a different situation. But it's a blessing from God that most other people don't have that I have. And this is what this whole thing is about. This is what it is. And I tell people my experiences. I talk about what people tell me when it comes to relationships. I talk about what about my marriage and what other people say. And you know what? That's a blessing that I could talk to you about. Something that I don't have to hide within myself. I am blessed. I don't have to go on YouTube and tell you how blessed I am with my wife and my family. I don't have to tell you how much black women have blessed me. I could just keep it within myself and say, thank God I have this. But would God have me be silent when I've been blessed from a group of people, a group of women that have lifted me up and not even part of my community? I don't even I could just live my life in peace and not even talk about this. But some reason I have to talk about this. Some reason I have to tell you the truth. Some reason. You know why? Because God don't want us to be silent. God wants us to share our blessings with each other. God wants us to tell each other we love them. God wants us to tell each other what we have and the beauty we see. And people will go in on me and say, you're fetishizing black women. You don't really love, but you don't know black women. But my whole life is revolved around black women. From the time I was 5 till I got married. And you know what? I have never been upset. I have never been disappointed. I have never been let down in any way. And I know there's a God and he loves me, and my proof is Sandy. There it is. My wife is proof that God loves me. My life is proof that there is a God. My life is my wife is proof that there is love in this world. But anyway, I know this is an emotional time for me because look, I know how blessed I am. I know how good I got it. I know, and I break down in front of God all the time in prayer. And there's emotion there. There is. Because I know I've been blessed. I know I have a good wife. I know my kids have turned out okay and turned out good. I I can't explain it. I can't take credit for it. All I can say is God loves me. And you know what? I share that with you because I love you. And oh wow. Thank you so much for the super chat. You don't have to do that. Hi Brett, it's obvious you live those blessings you preach. You have position of authority to say many things. We are grateful what comes from your heart reaches ours. Appreciate you. Interested observer. I I appreciate that. I do. And God bless you and thank you. Um, I just I'm lost for words. I just sorry guys. I just thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat and I mean, truth be told, I'm speaking my blessings. I'm blessed more than I ever thought I would be, more than I deserve to be. And I found so much love and so much beauty in a group of women that have lifted me up. Coming from a state that has only 2 to 3% of black people, but black women have blessed me along the way. And when I no longer walk this earth, when my book is finished, if you open the pages, you will find a black woman on every page. And I didn't ask for that. I never thought that would happen, but it happened. And that is the most beautiful group of women, the most spiritual, the most God loving group of women on this earth. And I tell you, black women, no woman can compete with you with your beauty. And I'm talking both inside and out. How you look, you are the most beautiful. But what's in your heart, you really blow everybody away. It's so true. It's not even funny. I mean, but anyway, I just had a moment tonight and caught in between with the blessing I have, with meditating with God, with reaching out to other people I thought I had a connection with, and somehow I feel I'm let down. And I reach out to people all the time because I think in our world we need to love one each other as a Christian. And I reach out to black women, black men, white men, Hispanic, because we're all children of God, right? And sometimes I get let down. But even when I'm let down, there's always a beautiful person that has my back. There's always someone out there that says, you know what? I see you being kicked to the curb. I see you being silenced, but I got you. I got you, and I love you. And you know what? That's a beautiful thing. But interested observer, thank you so much, young lady. God bless you. I appreciate that. You don't even know. Um, uh, I think it's time we go in on black men. I'm sick and tired of black men saying white men are fetishizers and black women are the biggest fetishizers. You know what? We could go in on them till the cows come home, and they go and change nothing. But we do need to stand up, and we need to stand up for black women. We need to uplift black women, and if we have to rise up against white men or black men, we need to make it happen. We need to do it because black women, regardless of what you think of black women have been holding the black community together, but not only that, they've been holding society together. Think about it. And we don't even give black women the love and respect they deserve. Not even a portion. Think about that. And once we do that, I think God will bless us. God will work in our lives. Do we know him? I'm nervous. Yeah, you know. You do. Akita, you do. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going, yeah. Okay. I have your back. Thank you, Josh. I have yours too, brother. Um, Alexander, thank you for the super chat, brother. Awesome. Can you tell us who it is, please? Um, I'll tell you, brother, in private. I will. Um, I don't want to throw people out there because I kind of threw myself out there. Um, so I am going to leave it at that. I'm not an attack dog on anybody. I'm not here to go in on anybody. I'm not. Um, but thank you, brother. And guys, Alexander Brandon, check out his channel. This man is awesome. Alexander Brandon loves black women, and he's a strong man. He stands for black women. And this guy, he's a real man. He's a man's man. He's what a man should be. And check out his channel and show him some love. He's got great content. And he gets down to the issues. He does. And he's all about protecting black women. And he's all about standing up for black women. You know, Alexander is the man. And you know what? I love this guy. I look at him as my brother. And you know what? Anytime he wants me to go on his show, I'm there. Anything this man wants from me, I will do for him because he's a real man. He's a good man. And you know what? He loves black women. His heart's in the right place. Unlike most men in this world, this guy has got it together. But I would say check him out. Um, show him some love. He's a good guy. We had a good discussion last night on this channel. And go to Alexander Brandon. I was on his channel last night. We had a great discussion. and it went for like 4 or 5 hours. I don't know, but it was so awesome. I could have talked if I wanted to talk what I like I want to. We'd still be talking. That's how good his panel was last night. That's how good his channel is. And Alexander Brandon, I love you, my brother. I have your back, and I got you, sir. Um, anything you want from me, all you got to do is ask. Uh, yeah, but thank you so much, Alexander. But seriously, go show Alexander love. Like, share, and subscribe his content. It's good content. It really is. And when I make my content, I listen to what he says before I start talking. I really do. That's how much love and respect I have for this man. You listened to last night live stream? Yeah, it was fun. It was awesome. Yeah, and subscribe to him. He's a good man. His heart is so awesome. I just uh, I feel a little motion, going on his channel because I know where his heart is. I know where where he wants to go, and he speaks truth. He does not elevate himself above any women. He puts women first, like a real man should. So Alexander is an awesome man. He was a good man, and he loves black women, and I'm just amazed how much heart and soul he puts in to his content, uplifting black women. And unfortunately, there isn't many men that are doing that in today's world, and there needs to be more men lifting up black women. So check out his channel. He's a good man. He's got it together. Uh, yeah, click like, share, subscribe. Yeah, I would ask you to do that. Sure. And I appreciate you guys coming on. But guys, I got so many emotions right now. I got emotions of hurt. I've got emotions of anger. Uh, I'm kind of edgy. Okay, now I'm not going to be crazy, but what I'm saying this is how I feel because we cannot love each other unless there's something for us, and I hate that. We cannot give someone a product unless we're getting paid for it. There are people on YouTube that won't share their thoughts unless you pay for it. There are people out there that are just out to make money, and that breaks my heart. That just makes me mad. I will never ask anybody to donate nothing. I know I get super chats and I'm grateful for that, but I will never ask for that. You will never see my Cash App up there. I have one and it's for donating to black women that have channels that are trying to, push a positive message. That's who I donate to. That's all it's for. But I will never ask you for nothing because you've given me more than I can ever hope for. You have blessed me more than I deserve. So just the fact you being here with me is more than I'll ever need and more than I'll ever want. I know I'm loved by you guys and I love you guys. And I want it to be a safe place for black women. I want black women to be lifted up because listen, black women have always been the least protected, most disrespected, and black women do the most work. And it blows my mind. Us as men in our nation, what are we doing? Where are we going? Do we not see these things? Do we not know the beautiful things that black women do? Or are we just so selfish that we take black women for granted because we're used to black women doing amazing things, that it becomes a norm, that it becomes something that, yeah, that's just what they do. That is horrible. That is disgusting. Black women should get every bit of credit they deserve. And black women, let me tell you, you've been my preference since I was 5 years old. I've given you my heart since I was a little boy, and no other woman will ever get my heart. That's how beautiful and awesome you are. And when men open their eyes to black women, and I've seen it happen, you know who's the best in their eyes and their heart is black women. Seriously. But anyway, I want to get that off my chest. And let me tell you guys, I love doing this channel. This is therapy to me. This is a beautiful thing. And I love talking to you. I love, you know, sharing my story. I love sharing my thoughts. I love uplifting black women. And as long as I can do this, I will. And I've thought about doing a Patreon, but I never did it. You know why? Because of my work schedule. I don't think I could give you a good product, and I don't want anybody to pay a dime to listen to me talk. I want it to be free. I want it to be a uplifting experience where we, exchange love and we uplift each other. That's what I want out of this. But so many channels, it's about making money. It's about being popular. It's about and where are we going? We lost our way. You know what it should be about is us lifting up each other, being in a platform where we agree, where we have the same life experiences, we're in the same community and we uplift each other. When we're down, we lift each other up. When we're up, we cheer each other on. We, that's what it should be. I'm just saying. But anyway, let me stop my rant. we something's bothered me for me to go on and talk about this for so long, almost an hour. But, there are people out there I thought were, you know, had it together. I thought people could lift up each other. But I found out YouTube is a business. I found out YouTube is about, the hustle. It's about making money. And you know what? Really, I don't want no part of that. I just want to come on and talk to you guys. I just want to come on and talk about interracial relationships. I want to share with you, me and my wife Sandy, the beautiful life we have, our children, what they're doing. And, when people talk about how they feel their kids and their marriage and they share how many years, that's what it's about. Yeah, thanks, J10. If I could write a book, you'd be my editor. Well, hey, J10, I'm writing a book. I don't know how good it's going to be, but I'm going to write a biography on my life story. And my wife Sandy is, motivated me to do that. And I can put it in a book. And if it's not popular, that's fine. It will be an autobiography of my life with me and my wife Sandy, our interracial relationship to marriage, how we came together and we fought against society, against people that thought we wouldn't last, and how we adapted and overcame. Uh, Talk about how I went back to college to learn how to read because I was at a sixth grade level, and my wife helped me along the way. That is so awesome. How my wife got a degree, and how our kids are college educated. Our oldest daughter got her master's degree. That is something in life that is so beautiful and such a blessing. And you know how I got that blessing? I didn't earn it. I didn't deserve it, but I took a chance. I put my love and my heart in the black woman, and that's what it got me. A beautiful wife, college educated children that are more successful than me and my wife. Oh my God. And we're doing pretty damn good, let me tell you. But that's what it's about. It's all about love and God and us making it work. Uh, you know, and unfortunately, people don't want to hear that story. They want to hear about, what's going on, what's, you know, when it comes to men, how much money they make, the millionaires. When it comes to women, how big her butt is. That's the society we live in. We don't hear about men and women being successful together and making it work. Look, I've been successful, and I came from teenage parents. I grew up in a horrible neighborhood, and and my wife grew up in a very good neighborhood. It's kind of crazy. I went to a white neighborhood to find my black wife. Is that crazy or what? But it's beautiful. It's anyway. I don't want to get all wrapped in that. I'll get all emotional right now. Thank you, pro white leadership. I appreciate that. But the thing of it is why I get emotional at times is because I know that I have much more than I deserve. I have much more than I ever thought I would have. And you know what got me there? Is it's faith in God and choosing the black woman. Seriously, that's it. And whenever I see black women attacked, whenever I see black women put down because they didn't choose right or their weave or they're dark complected or all this stupid crap, it just infuriates me because I understand the value of a black woman. I understand the beauty of a black woman. I understand that our nation wouldn't be what it is without the black woman. Seriously. And the world of the past, the here and now, and the world of the future, black women have such a big impact. It's not even funny. And can you fault me for competing for the black woman? Can you fault me for loving the black woman? Can you fault me for only wanting to be with the black woman? Because if you live my life, you would understand that black woman is the best option. The black woman is the best choice. The black woman is the best blessing, hands down. And that's not saying nothing bad about any other women. I'm just speaking truth right now. Are you allowing black women to know that deserve more? Okay, well, I try to speak about it. Black women do deserve more. Black women should have the best man that America has to offer in our country. Because black women are the best option. Hello? I mean, seriously, they are. They really are. About to make you cry. Well, I'm kind of emotional too, because when I start thinking about black women, when I start thinking about my life as a boy, 5 years old, sitting in that church pew with that young black lady that babysit me, and I would hug her arm, and I just felt love. Because you got to understand, my mom wasn't there most of the time. I was raised by my father, and I wanted my mother so bad. Uh, Black women felt that void. And when I went to church, when I was struggling in church, there was a black woman there. And why do you think I have so much love for Anita Baker? Because she reminds me of a black woman back in the day that talked to me about God. Did you know that? And when I got married in 94, that was the greatest day of my life. And every day I lived the blessing over and over. And I don't know why I got it so good. I don't know why God has blessed me. I feel so guilty because I'm not that good of a man. I don't deserve it, but I have it. And I will not sit back and not share the blessing I have. I don't think God would be happy with me if I was silent on this one. I don't. I don't. And I tell you, when I go to church tomorrow, I'm gonna be thanking God for my wife. I probably won't even hear the message, but I will think about my wife. I will think about my children. I will think about how black women have been there for me when they didn't need to be. When, yeah, sorry. Okay. Let me stop talking about this because I'm going to get real emotional because my heart, where my heart is, and my love for black women, you get me in that mindset, it just goes there. Because I know the blessing I have. I know that I have it better than I deserve. I know that black women give their heart and soul and everything and don't get the credit, and it breaks my heart, and it just I don't understand it. And I even pray to God, like, why is this the way it is? But I know God has a plan. I don't understand it. But anyway, I'm just having a moment tonight, guys, and it's not that I want to get emotional. It's that God has touched my heart. Black women have touched my heart, and I'm totally grateful. And when I look back on it, I don't even understand why black women showed a little white boy back in the 70s love. But that's what you do as black women. That's what you do. Black women, you show others love and put yourself last. That's what you do. That's, you know, and don't think I don't see it. I do, and I'm thankful for that. I thank God for that. And any tear I have is not a tear of sadness, it's a tear of joy. It's a tear of a blessing, you know, because God has touched my heart. And there's going to be emotion there. And God has shown me the beauty that black women have, and that has touched my heart. It has. Yeah, hate gets more positive feedback than love. It does. It does. And unfortunately, J10, when I make videos or live streams, when I express my love for black women, for some reason, I get less views. For some reason, I get less exposure. I don't know what it is. I know when I do a prayer meeting, nobody gets the notifications. When I make videos about black women, how beautiful they are, some reason I don't get the views. I don't know why. Um, I see people going in on black women that get their views explode. Um, I don't know why. Maybe it's people like controversy. Maybe people hate to see love. They'd rather see people fighting. I think that's what it is. People would rather see controversy rather than love. People would rather see division than unity. People would rather see, you know, people lifting each other up rather than tearing them down. That that's the world we live in. And unfortunately, those are the successful channels that go in. Um, I go in on people and things I think is wrong, but really what it boils down to is uplifting black women. That's what my channel's about. Seriously. If you listen to me, um, and I get caught up in the middle. At times I defend black women and I'll go in on black men in a heartbeat. That's not a problem for me because I think black women need to be defended. And some people take that as a bad thing. It's not. Us as men, we need to protect women. We need to uplift women. And black women being deep in my heart, of course I'm going to protect black women. Of course I'm going to fight the fight for black women because black women is the women I love. My wife is a black woman. So why wouldn't I love black women? Black women have touched my heart throughout my life. So why wouldn't I defend them? But unfortunately, that's not what people want to see. They want to see hate, they want to see controversy, they want to see the drama. But I'm not going to feed into that. This channel is about love. This channel is about, interracial relationships and uplifting black women. Showing the true black woman. Not the stereotype, but what the black woman accomplishes. Seriously. But anyway, I could go on all night. I'm kind of in my mindset tonight, you might say. So I'm kind of ranting a little bit. I'm not going to say what it is, but some of my closer followers, I'll share that with you. Just email me. But I just don't want to throw people under the bus, and I don't want to go in on people. Um, it's partially my fault because I threw myself out there. But anyway, the link is up there. If you guys want to go on before I go to bed tonight, it's up there for you. If you want to talk about this, but my thing is when it comes to interracial relationships, um, we need to go back to the traditional family values. And I think the best group of women to get there is black women. Black women are the most spiritual and most traditional. They really are. And that's why marriage with black women is the most successful with white men. and it's also more successful with black men. Think about that, because when black men open up their options, they don't do as good as they do with black men or black women. Sorry. Okay, Alexander, you don't have to give me money, brother. Thank you, though. I have a live for tomorrow. I'll send you an email. Share it with everyone in the chat. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, check out Alexander's channel, and when he sends me the link, I'll put it on my community page, so you can go check him out. Um, and Alexander Brandon, he's fighting the good fight. He is. He's a good man. Um, but yeah, I'll do that for you, brother. And I'll check out your live too. Um, just let me know what time it is so I can put it out there on my community page so people know. Okay, Alexander, let me know what time. Send me that email so I could put it on my community page so people know. Uh, Traditional families values are OBE I grew up in. Yeah. But thank you so much, Alexander. You don't have to give me money, brother. I got your back. But thank you, sir. And I will share it. You send me an email, share it with everyone. Okay, I'll put it on my community page when you send it. Okay. As soon as we get off the show, I'll put it up there. Um, I'll do that. But thank you so much, Alexander. Um, Traditional family values are the OBE I grew up with. Yes. I don't know what OBE is. I'm not up with the internet logo. But yeah, traditional family is where it's at. That's how we're the most successful when we live in traditional families. Traditional family values I grew up with. Okay, let me put that up there. I grew up and feel more comfortable. Yeah, and that's the way it should be. A man, a woman, and children, right?
Excellent.
I can't even imagine it any other way. Um, thanks, J9. Pro white leadership, young lady, and uh, Afro Angelique, two beautiful young ladies. Thank you for coming on the channel. Good to see
No
you,
worries.
ladies.
It's good to
What's
see you
up?
too. Hey, hey, Primary Leadership Girl, you ain't been on here in a long time.
Who,
Eh,
me?
eh, yeah, she was on the other live.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
here
that.
last night. Yeah, I've been busy. Was it?
Oh
It was
yeah, that
last
was
night, right? This
Alexander.
morning.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
this morning, pretty
Alexander's
much.
channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna go. I was waiting for his live, and I fell asleep, and then I slept through it.
Oh,
So I
oh,
was looking forward to it though.
oh no, it's all good. It was kind of late because I went on Alexander's channel. We had a great discussion. Um, and the panel was awesome. I think we got a lot out there. We broke a lot of things down. Um, it was just fun. I had a good time. I think we went like 4 or 5 hours. It was crazy, but it was a lot of fun, and I'm glad I
Yeah.
went on Alexander's channel. Um, but yeah,
Alexander has good topics, and it's like they're well thought out, and you get a good conversation.
it is, and his heart is with black women. You guys don't understand how much the man loves black women. He's fighting the good fight for black women, and that's why I love the guy so much. I'm like, oh my god, this guy is awesome, and I'm just like, yeah. But anyway, ladies, good to have you on, and we're talking about. Well, I was going on a rant for a while, But what I really wanted to talk about was traditional families when it comes to black women, white men, and black women. Black women are leading the way in so many categories. When we look at stats, we look at education. We always know black women always, it seemed like black women have always led that stat. But when we look at entrepreneurship, black women are leading that with businesses and stuff. Uh, and when we look at marriage, guess what? Who leads the way? Black women. When black women open up their options, the marriages are more successful. And when black women's counterparts open up their options, it's less successful. So when when they say that women get the same black men, you've heard that, right? Um, it seems like when we get black women, we get the same black woman. And you know what that means? Is the most successful woman, the most loving woman, the most nurturing woman, the woman that makes us better than we are as men. Yeah, we're getting the same black woman that black men get. It just, for some reason, we're more successful with that black woman. For some reason, that black woman thrives and makes us better than what we ever thought we could be. So think about that. And stats back me up. All the studies they've done show that black women, when they're involved, they make things happen. Um, but anyway, I could go on all night. But uh, anyway, go ahead, ladies. I'm sorry.
I mean, I think that being with that black women being with a white man will actually allow them to be able to have a traditional household, because right now it's just so hard to have a traditional household with a black male, because the woman has to actually be everything, and they just want to they just want to sit on the sidelines and not do the work.
Yeah, it appears to be that way. Hey, pro white leadership dropped off. Maybe let me put the link back up. Hey, Alexander, good to see you, brother. Welcome to the
It,
panel.
it's good to see you too, man. Yeah, it yeah, I feel bad because when I was listening to you, and I feel like I wanted to give you a big hug, but I easily forgot that we're in different states. But
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if I could give Brent a big old hug right now, I would too.
I appreciate that. Uh,
and 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 oh, and I sent you an email for the live. It will happen at 8 o'clock tomorrow. And
okay,
you know, I put it's somewhere in the chat that I wanted you, um, Indiana mom, pro white male leadership, and Mark to be my special guest this time around.
okay,
So yeah, make sure that Mark gets the email also, so he won't miss it.
okay. I'll send it to him. I'll be there. You say 8 o'clock your time, right? Eastern Standard Time.
That's about six
Yeah.
your time.
Yeah, it's 6 my time. Yeah. I I'm sorry. I got to ask you your time zone cuz I don't if you say 8 and I look at if I go on 8 my time, your show's already over. So I got to I got to adjust it so I'm there at the right time. So you say 8, so it'd be 6 o'clock my time. Okay. Um yeah, I'll share that with them. I'll send them I'll forward your email, Alexander, to Michael. Um,
Alexander, we're neighbors. So I'm in Virginia.
oh, okay.
What?
Hmm.
Oh, you're you're like one state up from me because South Carolina is like in
Oh,
like underneath North Carolina. So,
Yeah.
and yeah, you know, and and you know, I feel like that sometimes, sometimes when I see, black women, when I see black women, say they want to stay with black men, I'm like, why would you want to, stay with black men while black men is too busy tearing down your image and everything else? It's best to, just just move forward. And and also, what I found out tonight is that there were there were two, and I mean um there were two Black Wall Streets. One was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The other one was in Florida. Is I
oh,
forgot
okay.
I forgot which city that was called. But you notice that when the so-called white man came and burned everything down, you see that they did not rebuild it, right? It's
Mhm.
because they're scared, and they say that white men are scared of black men. No, no, that's not the case. If it was, then black men would have rebuilt Black Wall Street, and let's see if they have the guts this time around to actually rebuild it. And for real, can they stop saying that white men are fetishizers? Because nobody is a bigger fetishizer than black men. Let's just keep it.
I agree with you on that. That's crazy. Um, yeah, my wife has never had to have any alterations to her butt or her chest. I accepted her the way she is, and most white men do. Um, but there are fetishizers in every group. You're going to find white men that do it, yes. But I believe men do it more than white men. I believe that truly wholeheartedly. I've seen evidence of that. Um, what was I going to say to? I want to address J9. She says, I must confess, I was initially attracted to your channel because I saw Investment Network and thought it was about financial tips. Well, hey, J9, actually it is. And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
You choose the right wife, it will benefit you financially. You choose the right husband, financially, it's marriage is the if you choose right in marriage, you'll have the best investment there is because both me and my wife can manage money. And if I was to go brain dead, she could pay the bills and make it happen. It's going to be taken care of. And regardless, and that's because I got a good wife that she knows how to manage money. But not only that, my wife puts my needs above her own, and I put my needs above my wife's. So that's a beautiful investment. I, you know, and that leads that blesses you when it comes to love and family, but it also blesses you financially too. So you're not too far off. Network is about that across the board. So uh but when I speak in investment, it means investment in marriage. When I say swirl to investment, that means interracially date to marriage. Okay? I don't promote swirling just for swirling. I promote swirling to investment. I promote swirling to marriage. Okay? If you're not going swirl to marriage, don't swirl. Don't do it. if you're not going to date the black woman to marry her, leave her alone. Okay,
Amen.
because I'm just going to say it. Okay, and I'm going to show a comment I got from a so-called white guy, right? That said, he was going to check out my channel, but he got bored when black women complained about black men. I think it was a black man posing as a white man. But nevertheless, here's the thing. If you want to date and marry black women, you better freaking listen to black women. And if they complain to black men what they're doing wrong, listen. That way you don't do the same wrong thing. Does that make sense?
Amen.
I'm just saying, listen to a black woman's complaints because that'll help you in the long run if you're interested in her, if you want a relationship with her. That way you don't go down the same path and mess up that relationship. I mean, it's logic, right? We all want to see interracial relationships is love and everybody's happy and it's beautiful and look how cute they are. Look at their beautiful kids. Oh, they love each other. I get caught up in that too. That is beautiful. But here's the real life reality. They have problems like every other group, every other married group, okay? And in fact, they're going to have a little bit more. You know why? Because people hate them being together because they are an interracial company. So we need to dig into the ugliness as much as the beauty. Okay, I'm just going to say that. And I'm not in here to attack black men or white women or other groups that are not in our combination. What I'm trying to do is tell you the truth because this is stuff you're going to be faced with. And if you date and marry a black woman as a white man, you're going to be called a fetishizer. You're going to be called a racist. And they're going to ask you, what are you doing about reparations? And why did your ancestors do this? And it's your fault. And what are you going to do? That is an uncomfortable thing to explain, is it not? And we know you weren't, it's not your fault. These things happen as an individual, yes. But it's going to be thrown in your face. So are you strong enough to handle this, white guy? Because if you're not, step off. If you're not, go somewhere else. I'm just saying.
Well,
And,
I'm sorry, Brent. What's wrong?
anyway,
I'm so sorry. What's wrong with marrying the women that was sold to you?
well, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just.
I'm just joking, Brent.
No, I know, but
What's wrong with marrying the woman that was sold to you? That
well,
doesn't even make any sense.
well, in reality, if you study world history, we were all sold to each other.
Exactly.
So, I mean, just love each other. Choose the best option. And black women is the best option. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh, and you know what? I wanted to speak on that term in investment. This is investment. You know why I'll say this is investment? Because if you was to cut out all the other middlemans and just go directly to the men that's already providing for you, that's a great investment.
Okay, there you go.
I don't know. I think that's a great investment.
Yeah, and you know what? Marriage is the biggest investment you'll ever make. So choose wisely. It can bless you or curse you. I'm just saying. Go ahead, Alexander. Sorry, brother.
Hey, you're good, man. And another thing. When it comes to reparations, you know why I see, and see they're asking for reparations, but why do they spend it on rims for their tires? Why do they spend why on earth do they spend it on because I'm seeing them getting how they make sure they don't think a woman sees their hairline disappearing. Yeah, I'm seeing those too. So they have no business talking about black women and their weave when they're wearing one themselves,
Yeah.
and
Exactly. Facts.
and, and they spend it on material things instead of investing in other businesses. So uh, this is why, in my opinion, uh, I I think black men should pull themselves by the bootstraps and actually get to work,
Mhm.
because if because they say that black women are asking for handouts too. Uh, What do you think they're doing when black men are asking for reparations? They're asking for handouts. They're asking for handouts also. So they cannot, be talking. They cannot be talking the way they do, because you know if if we were better than the white man, if we weren't afraid of the white man, we would be competing with the white man, not with the black woman, because because that is stupid. And I
Yeah.
and black women, I believe that it's time to put down the capes for black men, because they don't appreciate what you do, the BLM stuff. But yeah, I know it was a scam from the very beginning, but even those black women weren't needed with praise. So it's I believe that black women should put down their capes.
Mhm.
I believe that it's time for black women to focus on themselves, and I think uh, I agree with pro white male leadership it comes to when it comes to who's in leadership, because the black man already showed you what they'll do if they were in leadership. So it is what it is at the end of the day.
The reason why I say it is very important for black women to make sure that white men stay running things, okay? Because, and the reason why I say that is because we've seen, you can look throughout history, and there's never been a time where we've ever benefited from any black male leadership. We've never benefited from any black male leadership. Okay. So at this point, it would be better for us to be under white male leadership. And the main reason why is because black men are going to go after black women and children. White men are going to go after other groups of men.
Mhm.
There's a difference there. I am a lot safer if he's in control, growing, dominating, and conquering other groups of men like he's supposed to, instead of a black man trying to do that to me. Because that's what black men do. They're not, these men are not as tough as they assume to be. It's all a facade. Okay. I've said this before. They are terrified of these other races of men. That's why they're trying to befriend them and weaponize them against us. They cannot compete with them. They can't compete with them. So what else are they going to do? And if we leave them for them, that's going to be a very big problem for them. These men know that. They're very aware of that. It's not because black men can never win. They can't win because they're not built to win. And they're not built like that. They're just not. It just is what it is.
Mm. Okay. Well, and well, to go on what you're saying, pro white leadership, I think it's a cultural thing and it's an acceptable thing. And I would say a lot of times these men are lifted up by black women in their community, told that they're the best, the most desired, um, and a lot of times, and I will go into this with stats. The marriage stats in the black community: 30% for black men, 27% for black women. And these are black demographic stats. Okay. So they kind of favor the black community from, from what I've seen in different studies. Okay. So if the woman's in charge for the most part, who's the leadership? It's the woman. If you come from a single parent family, it's mostly the woman. She's in charge. She says what goes. And growing up as a little boy, you see the woman as the authority figure. Do you not? So you cling, and young boys, look, we cling to our mother, right? That's what we want in a wife later on. Not me, I'm different. I I cling to a black woman because my mom wasn't really there, but that's another story. But usually, boys cling to women like their mothers, right? And when they see a mother, you know, cooking the meals, doing everything, being the authority figure, they start to believe that's a woman's job. So it's easy to pump and dump because it's not your responsibility to take care of the kids because mom did it. Thus, your girlfriend did it, and your other girlfriend did it, and your community's falling apart because there's not a man in there to lead the way. And that's not every situation, okay? I'm not saying that. But statistically, that's what's happening. And how can a man compete only having a mother raising them against another man that has both his mother and father and traditionally has been conditioned to get married and take care of his wife? How do you compete with that? Really? When you're told you're the best, the most desired, and when you find out you're not that good, what do you do? When opposed to a man that has a father kicking him in the butt and saying, "You know what? You're not that good. You know what? You need to work harder." That's what my father told me. He said, "No, you know what, son? You're no better than nobody else. You better step up. You better work harder because you're not that good." And that seems harsh, does it not? But actually, that's showing true love. That's my father saying, "Look, my father loved me more than anything. He did. He was always there, but he never put me on a pedestal. He never told me I was something I wasn't. In fact, he made me less than what I really was. But that's a beautiful thing because you know what? When I have success, I really appreciate it. When things go good, I embrace it. When I fall and fell, I understand, you know what? I messed up. I got to pick myself up and do better. Um, and that's it in a nutshell. The men that have a more stable environment do better. The men that have a more stable culture are going to be more successful. It is what it is, and it's not a racial thing; it's a cultural thing. It's something that's taught. It's a character thing. It's about choices. But anyway, sorry guys, but that's really it in a nutshell. You know, because if we're good men and we be good men, our boys will be good men too. If we're lazy men, our boys will be lazy men. If we depend on women to provide for us, our boys will look to women to provide for them too. I mean, it sounds simplistic, but actually, that's the truth, and that's where we're lacking right now, and that's why black women and white men are more successful because they have to work. They've been conditioned to work. They have not been coddled. They have to either sink or swim. And you know what? They go into survival mode, and you know what? They make it happen. They make it work, and thus they are the most successful. That's why black women, white men are the power couple in today's world, because they have to be, and they're the workhorse of their communities. Anyway, we lost a person, but anyway, ladies, go ahead. You wanna?
I think it was DK.
Yeah, DK, you could come back, young lady. Um, but anyway, that's where it's at. And but anyway, go ahead, ladies.
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, go ahead. Hey.
I'm just absorbing right now.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, because the thing about it is that no matter what, the way society is, Black women, it's like Black women shape society from the sidelines. Um,
Uh-huh.
Sometimes we do it up front, but more oftentimes than not, it's like you know how they have backroom deals. That's kind of what Black women do. Is like backroom deals, shaping certain things, and it's just I believe that the more Black women start thinking for themselves out and not letting other people influence and start being a little bit more selfish, the more that they'll divest and the more that they'll start turning everything on its ear.
Yeah. And I want to get pro leadership. She said she didn't know. I want to pick your brain on this.
What's up, Brent?
Oh no, I just what you said. Well, I don't know about that or something. I just
Oh no, repeat what you were saying. I'm sorry. I was a little
No.
distracted.
Oh no, I was talking about marriage rates and how
Right,
black
right.
women,
Oh yeah.
white men
I
are the
heard that.
most successful. And I said it's about culture and decisions, and you said I don't know about that. I was just wanted to pick your brain on this because
Oh, well, I mean, it's very clear what's happening here. These men, they just, it is what it is. They're just trying to keep us stuck with children so we can stay in this community and this supposed community so they can go out there and do whatever they want. But moving forward, they don't want us to obtain any wealth. That's very important for Black men to make sure that we stay at the bottom.
Mhm.
That's very important for them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's a purpose for that because and maybe I'm wrong, but
No,
I
they don't want, it's very clear here. They don't want Black women and children to have their wealth. They don't have any wealth, but obviously they don't want to build anything for us because they don't see any value in us. It just is what it is, and that's fine. You understand what I'm saying? That's fine. You
I
understand
yeah.
what I'm
remember they wanted to vote Republican. Sorry, I'm a Republican, but there were Black
Okay.
men that are saying they wanted to vote Republican because they felt like Trump would get rid of education for women. And then they're talking about how they wanted winter to come and get Black women, cause Black women to be evicted and come begging for them. So the
Oh,
white male
oh,
leadership have a point.
but that's crazy. I want to address that. Trump's not trying to get rid of education for women. In fact, he put money in the HBCUs more than any other president in history. Read about it, research it. I think Uncle Joe took that away, but I yeah, but I don't want to get political, guys, because it's not what it's about. But yeah, But anyway, go ahead, Alexander. Sorry.
Yeah, that is true. Also, a cup of Joe. He's a white man who married a black woman, and he's
Yes.
with another one. He's with another one right now as we speak, and he is the one who is calling out. Who is reporting on black women going missing because
Yes.
I I checked out his show and and he has nothing but good things to say about black women,
Oh yeah, Cup of
and
Joe. Mm-hmm.
He does.
yeah,
Yeah. And guys, check out Cup of Joe. That man, he's real. He loves black women, and he's not just a guy that says, "Yeah, this is how you date black women." No, he loves black
No,
women.
he was
He
married to a black woman for 7 years.
Yes, yeah, he was. So he's all in when it comes to black women. So you could trust this dude. This guy is real. Yeah, but okay. Sorry, guys. I just want to put that out there. But
yeah,
yeah, go.
yeah, and he said he loves listening to Whitney Houston and Aaliyah. He actually thought Aaliyah was beautiful. I mean, and he said he was attracted to her when he was watching a vampire movie. I forgot what
Oh,
it
Oh
was.
yeah, Queen
Yeah,
of the Dawn. That was the
yeah,
movie,
yeah.
yeah, that she made
yeah.
before she died.
Hey, guys.
Queen of the
Speaking
Dam.
on speaking on that, I still listen to Whitney Houston.
Oh, I
I
listened to her
just do.
earlier today.
Oh yeah, all at once. I listened to that song and I'm like, and I love Anita Baker. Oh my God, she reminds me of a black woman back when I was a teenager in church talking to me about God. I was like, I'm so in love with Anita Baker. And I remember when she first came out, I was like attracted to her, like because she reminded me of the spiritual woman of God, the black woman. You know how black women are spiritual in the church and family and stuff, and I was in love with that image. And I love her music. In fact, when I get off the live tonight, I'm going to go lay in bed with my wife. We're going to listen to Anita Baker and get caught up in the rapture of love. That's what we're going to do. But
And don't forget about Donna Summers. And
oh
I
yeah,
I I forgot about the black woman who made the song "Let's Hear It for the boy." I
oh
forgot her name already.
Denise Williams. Yeah,
Oh man,
it was Denise Williams. Let's hear it for the boy. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
yeah, I,
Hey,
I,
Jake.
I yeah
Yeah.
yeah I always I always like that song. I always listen to it. I wish her music would be played on different movies also, instead of being reminded about just the song from one of the songs from Footloose.
Yeah. 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 I that's where I heard it. Footloose. Yeah. Um. But yeah. And I want to address. J10. Donna Summer was amazing too. Yes. Oh. Don't let me go into this Diana Summer. That was my crush when I was a boy. I thought Donna Summer was everything. I even told my dad, and this is a funny story. I said, Dad, uh, and I was a boy at the time. I says, if I was to get married, what if my wife looked like Donna Summer? And I said, oh, you like Donna Summer? Okay. And this is how my dad was. He's brutally honest, right? He says, okay, yeah, I understand why you like her. She's beautiful. She's talented. She can sing. She's famous. But you're a little white boy from New Mexico, where most people don't even know where that's at. So yeah, and she's much older than you, so yeah, that ain't going to happen. But son, I'm sure you'll find a good wife. That's my dad, right? And it kind of broke my heart as
Broke
a
my
boy.
heart as a boy.
But
But
I'm sorry, I'm
I'm sorry,
echoing.
I'm echoing.
All right, who's echoing? Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean that was, you have a crush, and Donna Summer I thought was I love Donna Summer. I mean I listen to her music to this day. Um, she she had an impact in my life, like other black women did in my real life. The blessings I got for black women, and back in the 70s, there was a positive image on black women. You had Donna Summer, Diana Ross, you had Thelma from Good Times, you had um, Foxy Brown. I mean, these were iconic women, and you had what was that other woman too? Diane Carroll. That was the most beautiful woman ever. And then you had that woman that played Catwoman, Eartha
Arthur
Kitt.
Kitt.
Yeah, I mean, there were so many black women that had positive images. And as a boy, I cling to that. And I cling to black women in my real life where I felt love. And it was just so easy to fall in love with black women. And my whole
But
life, yeah, go ahead.
can can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Um, SJ talks and life is saying that the bodyguard is going to be released in the movie theaters in December. Is they made a remake of the bodyguard, or is it the one
Uh,
with Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston in it?
I think they're redoing it. I um I heard they were supposed to do it with who was it? It was two black people that were supposed to be in the bodyguard. I think it was Lizzo and somebody else. I don't
I-
think it was
I'm
going to be an interracial thing. But I don't know. They were
well,
talking about
no, she
redoing
said
it.
the original. She said the original is going to be in theaters uh, in
Oh, okay.
December. She said the
Oh, it's the
original.
original. Oh, okay, with Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner. Yeah.
Dang.
Uh, hey, you know what? I I I always loved Whitney Houston. I thought her music, nobody could sing like Whitney Houston, honestly, really. And she was beautiful. She could sing, and her image. I know it was different than her real life, but her image, you just seen her as a sweet, beautiful girl next door that just had a beautiful voice and grew up in the church. But Whitney Houston has some issues. She had drug issues. She was wild at times, partying and stuff. And I'm sure that came about living the fast life, being famous and everything. And, but, I love Whitney Houston. I mean, her music is awesome. I still listen to it to this day. I mean, she had a beautiful voice. Uh, nobody could say anything different. In fact, I don't know if there'll be anybody else that has a voice like hers. I mean, she was blessed when it comes to singing. Um, but The Bodyguard, when that came out, I mean, that was an awesome movie. Me and my wife watch it every now and then because it's a good movie. And I wish he would have married her at the end, but I don't know. They didn't. He had to leave an old white guy to be her bodyguard as he left, but I think the ending could have been better. But it was a good movie. And Whitney Houston was talented. If she didn't get caught up in drugs and the fast life, I think she would have been bigger, much more bigger than what she really was. And she was really big. Just saying. Um, what's that? SJ talks. Bobby didn't start her on drugs until her brother did. Yeah. Um, and I watched documentaries on that, and people are saying that actually Whitney was into drugs and kind of led Bobby into that drug thing, and where people thought it was the other way around. Now, Bobby Brown wasn't a saint, and by no means, he was cheating on her while married to her. So, but I mean, that was a toxic situation altogether, anyway. But I mean, Whitney Houston was talented. She could sing, she can act. She had everything, at her doorstep. It just that when you get caught up in drugs and the fast life, it'll destroy you. No matter how beautiful, no matter how good you could sing, no matter how talented you are, no matter how strong you are. You get caught up in substance abuse, it will take your life. It really will. And that's the sad thing about it. And but anyway, I don't want to get wrapped up in that. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And y- and um, I stopped. I stopped. The best thing I think black women can do is stop watching movies that shows black love, because it's not serving black women like people think it is. I think I think black women should be more tuned to give other things a chance, and whether it's anime or watching stuff that has an interracial relationship between a black woman or and a white man, or some of the other races. But the main reason why black women stay getting duped into the black love thing is because they keep watching the movies that have black love in it, but but none of them is actually telling the real truth about what's going on in those relationships. And I want to something to Sandra McWhite.
Mhm.
Sandra McWhite. Um, if 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 you live in Pennsylvania and white men is not showing black women love over there, and neither is black men, you have to you gonna have to move out of that state, because because in, in Pennsylvania is starting not to become a safe place for black women over there.
Oh, it's becoming a safe place,
Uh,
or
No,
it's not.
no,
It's not.
it's not, because
Oh,
no,
okay.
it's not, because um um it's really insane. Um,
Mhm.
it's crazy. The fact that black women are not protected, it really makes me angry. Uh, and sometimes I want to go off and actually tell white men the truth about why black men are actually befriending them. Because, like I said, tonight my mother find out something on some history channel, uh, that actually really opened my eyes to see that the main reason why black men want to be friends with white men is because they are afraid of competing with you guys. And that's one of the main reasons why.
Well, and they want Becky too. Just kidding. Um, that's it too. They want to bowl for Becky's, um, but they can do that without being friends with us.
Well, I don't. At this point, it's up to black women if black women want to be protected. That's completely up to them at this point.
Mhm.
So if black women are not being protected at this point, then that's on them. So that's really what it is at this point.
Yeah, I mean, well,
I mean, well,
oh, okay. I'm getting an echo. Yeah, the thing of it is look, I think in today's world, and call me crazy, but I think black women hold the key when it comes to success. Because look, in today's world, men will date out, white men will do it, all groups of men will do it. And if you're a
if
successful
you're a
black woman,
successful black woman,
Even gay black men date out. Gay black men date white men all the time. So
well, yeah, they
well,
did.
Mhm.
Okay, how guys? I'm getting an echo somewhere.
Is it
Um,
me?
I
No.
I don't I
Well,
don't
Let me mute.
I don't know who it
I
is,
know
but
it's
I have my heater on in the back.
oh no, I'm just hearing my voice after I talk. So something's um yeah. Gay black men have dated out. Yes, sure. I mean, um, gosh, I got off subject. Um, what were I'm sorry, I'm kind of out of it. What were we talking about?
we were
Women being protected. Was that it?
we were talking about black women, white men, traditional relationships, part two.
Y- Yeah, and you know what? The strongest traditional family is actually the white man and black woman. That's the ideal traditional family in 2022. It is what it is. People will say, "Oh, you're crazy. What are you talking about?" No, that is truth because those are the groups of people that are actually striving to have the nuclear family when it's marriage with men and women. I mean, black women, white men, they want that. Uh, Becky and Tyrone don't want that. They just, they fetishize each other and they want to just have a good time at the time. And sometimes they think it's going to go to something more, and a lot of times it doesn't. And maybe I'm generalizing, but looking at the stats and what I see, it appears to be that way. The biggest fetishizers are black men and white women. I believe that to be so true. It's not white men. There are white men that will fetishize black women, yes, but usually that's black men and white women. And tell me, do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm just saying it? I believe that to be true. I think that's where the real fetishizers are, because their relationships don't last. Their marriages don't last at all. They're the worst uh, group of marriages statistically. They are where black women and white men are the best. Tell me, why is that? Uh,
well, unlike
Because
the other one,
It's because
besides
it's part of the
fetishizing
plan.
and oh, go ahead.
okay, go ahead. Because it's part of the plan.
well, if you think about it, you got two people. I mean, because black men are considered to be weak now, and they like to be viewed.
Wait a minute. I'm
They're
sorry,
like
Afro. I
victims.
gotta cut you off. You said black men are considered to be weak now. I thought they were always weak.
They
Oh
had
no.
a moment in time, but it was a brief moment. But but they're like they're very they're very they have victim energy. And unfortunately, a lot of white women got victim energy. They're professional victims. So
Mm-hmm.
when you have two professional victims trying to get up together, there's nobody to take the lead, and it makes it super toxic.
Well, I have I have a whole essay for that. I was gonna say, so the victimhood, right? Both of them are victims. Both of them are entitled for their partner to play their role, but they're not gonna play their role. You know, they want white men to play their role, but white women won't play their role. They want black women to play our role, but black men won't play our role. They're both very entitled. They're both very narcissistic and egotistical. They're both selfish. They both are like, I call them children. They're like brats. They cry when they don't have their way. They don't want to compromise. They want to be the dominant power. White women want to be over white men. There was a whole essay on a white woman that says that white women should use feminism to be over white men. Um, they both are fetishizers. They both don't take each other seriously. They both want to be white men. They both are jealous of black women. They both hate black women. They both they're literally the same people. And then when you put two people full of hatred together, they will clash.
Mm. And you know what? I wow. I just thought about that in my life. It seems that white men are more accepting of black women than white women are. And I've told you guys my story. My grandfathers had no problem with my wife Sandy, but my grandmothers did. And some say, well, they're protecting the womb and all this stuff. Whatever. No, I think that uh, Becky has always been the standard beauty. She's always been on that pedestal and feels threatened when another woman comes into that space. Am I wrong? I mean, and maybe they feel some kind of way when I'm going to put a black woman where they think a white woman should go.
Hey, um, the white woman is putting, black men on the pedestal. So I don't see why white women, complain all the time. I don't see why either,
Yeah.
because here's the thing. I mean, you have now. I know with some. Well, here's the thing. When Kanye West says once he's done, he's going to leave for a white girl. Yeah, yeah, he did that, and you've seen what happened to him, and and now and now see, and now I'm hearing stories about black men, going to the DR, and you know what? Because of the content that black men put out, they have don't they actually have plans for them, because I heard the bad side of the passport bros too. See,
Mm.
there is a bad thing that they do not want
Uh,
people to know.
eh, 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 Alexander,
Go
let's
ahead.
not don't talk about that. Don't talk. We don't need. That's what we want. We want them to go there. Let them go there, please. Let's not do that.
Hey,
Let
let
what it's very important that let them think that, because we want them to leave. That's what we want. And if they disappear permanently, that's even better.
yeah.
Oh,
We don't
okay.
need
My my bad. I apologize to everyone. I apologize. I
No,
apologize.
no, no, it's not
I
your
did.
fault. Listen, I've been to these countries before. I've been going to Mexico, Brazil, Puerto Rico. I know exactly what's going on down there. Okay. If a group of women got to depend on powerless men for resources, What do you think is really going on? I mean, come on, let's put on the news. We have migrants coming over here for what? What do you really think is going on? Those countries down there, I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it. Hispanic men are no different than black men. Their countries are basically nearly the same. What's going on down there? The prostitution and the cartels and the drugs. And then they're having also issues with who's Hispanic and who's not and indigenous. And trust me, it is a mess down there. A mess.
Yeah, but I really like to apologize for talking about that.
No. I
Sometimes,
understand. No, I was on another live and a black guy was saying one thing and another black guy was saying another thing. And I said, listen, let them believe what they believe. That's fine. It's better for them to believe that so they can leave. The less of them that is here is a lot better. And whatever happens to them after that, that has nothing to do with us because they're not going to even be on US soil. It is what it is.
Yeah, I agree with you. Let them go if they want to get their passports
I
but
keep saying, passing on the burden. Pass the burden off to these other groups of women. If they let them believe whatever they want to believe, okay? It's fine. It's great. It's dandy. That's fine.
yeah,
We don't need them catching on to what's really going on. Once that happens, then they're going to stop leaving. And I don't want them here. Do you want them here?
I do not. They can.
They can get the
That's why I said it's
I-
important for these non-black women to believe whatever they're going to believe. That it's very important for them to believe that. It's also very important for them to believe that black women are jealous of them, because that is a part of their motivation of dealing with black men, because they're jealous of us. That's important because we need more of them to be with these men. We need more of the burden to go off. We need to send the burden off. So if these women are catching on to these men, they're not going to deal with them. And then they're going to come over here. And we don't want them over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I should have never brought that up, but I'm trying to what I am trying to say is that black men, they just love to be professional victims. They blame the government. Well, they blame white men, black women, the government, illegal aliens. I bet you if the extraterrestrials was to visit Earth, that
Like,
they
you
would.
know what E.T. did? You know what E.T. did?
ET phoned home. He's out to get us. He's phoning home to get us. Oh,
E.T. is coming to get me because I got the BBC. I got the BBC.
you know
Oh,
that's hilarious. You know what? But hey, I think that's more true than we even know because look who's to blame. Look I mean it's been white supremacy. I kind of understand that, but then it's black women. Also, black women, white men are conspiring to just hold the black man down, right? And now it's the
Well, I
government.
am now. I'm definitely. I want to correct. I am doing
Go
that
ahead.
now. I want to make sure. I'm not gonna
Hey,
lie. I'm doing that now.
no,
I am absolutely. Now I am.
what is the overall topic? The king of Norway is in the paddle, guys. Hey, King of Norway, this is the White Zaddy King. How is it going? So a king to another king? Okay. Hey, White leadership, do you think the King of Norway's ready for the White Zaddy King?
We'll see. What is he coming up?
Oh no, he's in the chat. What is the overall topic? I'm confused. Okay.
We were talking
Well,
about the black men going to Brazil stuff.
well,
Or wherever they're
the topic tonight was black women, white men, traditional marriages. That's the topic. Yes, we drifted into other things, but
Mhm.
you know, that's the power couple in today's world is the black woman, white man. That's the most successful marriage in America. I don't know the rest of the world, but in America, we lead the way. Black women, white men. And we're the most traditional. We're the most loyal to each other, and we're the most successful right now. Okay, that's what the topic was. Yeah, we drifted a little bit and other things, you know, victimhood and you know, and other things, but that's primarily what the topic is. But um, but welcome, King of Norway. I didn't know the King of Norway was going to visit tonight. Um, hey, mods, did you put out the red carpet for royalty coming in? I know you do it for the White Zaddy King, but we got the King of Norway in tonight.
I welcomed him into the chat. Look, I welcomed him into the chat with some love.
Yeah.
Oh, Brent, let me ask you a quick question.
Yes.
Did you watch my video?
I did. You're live?
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah. It was really good. I when you go live again, have me come on. Let me know when you do a live again. I would love to talk to you during the live. And
Okay.
but it was really good. You had you know you had some you know some statistics. You had a real life situation, and I really got your points. And when you talked about that white guy that was influenced by black men, I get that too. And that's a good point to make because not all men are leaders. There's a lot of men that will follow other men, even if it goes into total destruction. Because when it comes to men, you're either a leader or a follower, and you're either going to be influenced by other men or you're going to influence other men. But I, you know, that's what I got out of what that one story you were talking about. And guys, go check out Pro White Male Leadership's channel. She's got a good channel. She's got a lot of good points. Okay, she's not going to hold nothing back. And if you're faint at heart, you know, you need to take a breath. But listen to what she says. She hits a lot of good points. Okay.
No, I just
Um,
can't. I don't have it in me to give birth to people. I don't got it in me. I don't know how black women do it. I'm trying to figure that out. Listen, you can't stand me and I'm in control whether you're here or not. Really? Really?
okay.
Oh, pro white male leadership. Freya last said she was looking for your channel and she couldn't find it. Is there a special way to find it?
I'll put a link there. It's a little
Okay.
extreme. It gets to the point.
Yeah, if you're faint at heart, I'm just going to say pro white leadership don't hold nothing back. She'll tell you what she thinks and she'll tell you the way she sees it, and she won't hold back. She's not going to coddle your feelings. Let's put it that way. I'll coddle you a little bit, but she don't. Does that explain it?
I actually watched the live too. I thought it was good.
It was good. Yeah, pro white leadership. You got a good channel, and you make a lot of good points, young lady. You do. And yeah, check out her channel. You know, she does have a lot of good stuff, and she makes good points. Um, pro-white leadership ain't going to hold nothing back. She's going to tell you what she really thinks, and she's not going to sugarcoat it. And that's the beautiful thing, that you're honest, and that's the way most of us should be. Just be straight out honest. I mean, if the world was honest with each other, we'd get through it much more easier. Um, but anyway, but yeah, you have a good channel. That was a good live. I did watch it. You made a lot of good points, and when you go live again, let me know. I'll come on your channel if you want me on there. Um, you can hit some points, and I can come
absolutely. It was just more of a trial run. I was a little nervous as well, because I was like, oh man, is somebody going to come on? So I wanted to do like a little trial run. So yeah, so what I might do with that is I might do a live on that. I'm trying to do it sometimes this week. I'm going to another state on Monday. So yeah, I want to definitely try to do it by the end of this week. So I probably want to cover that little intro. I probably want to cover that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and a lot of times when you go live, until you get used to it, I think it's nicer to have a panel on there or other people on there. It just, even when I go live, it's much easier when I have a panel rather than me just talking. This tonight is easy. I mean, because I can say what I think, but Alexander tells you what he thinks. Pro-white leadership says what she thinks. Afro Angelique puts her perspective in there, and we get everybody participating, everybody talking. And when other people are talking, that motivates you to talk even more. And hey, I'm guilty of that. When the ladies come on and start dropping truth and start hitting points, I just want to get in there and throw my 2 cents in, and I want to tell. It's motivating. It's a beautiful thing. When you're by yourself, it's hard. It is. And when I come on, I always love the panel, because the panel just makes it easier, more pleasant, and it's always good to talk to other people. I mean, but there are going to be times you're going to be on by yourself. But the beauty about YouTube, what I love the most is the interaction, the panel, talking to other people, getting what they think. How do they feel about things? That's what I cling to. That's what I love about YouTube. But I mean, hey, that was good. Pro-white leadership. That was a good live. You had a good live. That was awesome. And but yeah, keep it going. It's only going to get better.
Talk about. Yeah, I want to talk. I have a lot of things that I want to talk about, actually. I definitely want to do that conversation, the non-reciprocal relationship between white men and black women. That's definitely, I want to do that. Maybe I should do that first. What do you think?
It's up to you, but that would be a great topic if we could get black women and white men on your show and get the perspective from both sides. And I think that would be a huge, powerful live, because people want to hear that. Black women want to hear that are interested in dating and marrying white men. They want to hear a white man's perspective, right? And white men that love black women, they want to hear what black women have to say. I mean, it makes sense, right? We got to learn from each other if we're going to be successful in a relationship together, right? And that's what I told that white dude. I says, look, you could get bored and offended that these women are going in on black men, but you need to listen. You need to understand why. but I think it was a black dude anyway. I don't think white men don't usually say that type of stuff. Usually, white men want to know what a black woman says. If the men in her community are offending her or doing something wrong, that's valuable. Because if I'm interested in dating you and the men in your community ain't doing something right, I want to know what that is. That way I can avoid that and roll up in there and be successful. Does that make sense? Logic. You
Mhm.
know, you need to take the good with the bad. Interracial relationships and marriage is not all butterflies and unicorns. It ain't all a beautiful thing. It looks beautiful outside looking in. It you know it 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 looks like it's something that's neat and beautiful and they're happy. But when you go into the real world, you're going to be attacked for who you're married to. And even in 2022, you're going come across some haters. Some of your family members won't like it. Some of his family members won't like it, or hers. And it is what it is. But, what's amazing is we're able to put that crap behind us and just love each other. Hmm. But we need to get into the beauty and the ugliness of it too. Okay? There's good and bad in everything, guys. Whether you're investing in a relationship or marriage or investing money, there's good and bad in every aspect. You need to really know the bad to avoid it, to make the good so much better. Am I wrong? And that's in a relationship. You got to know that if you're in a relationship with a black woman, what is on her mind? What really bothers her? What's she really looking for in a relationship? And if you don't know that, mm, might not be good for you. You might think that she wants you to be, you know, uh, I don't know, a white guy that uses black slang and you think it's cool, but to her it's stupid. You got to know that stuff. You got to know what she wants in a relationship. I'm just saying. But anyway, are most women
Mhm.
still interested in traditional marriages, though? Uh, okay, Your Highness from Norway. Let me tell you something. Most women are not. That is a fact. Okay, but I found that most black women are interested in traditional relationships. The black women I've been around, and ladies, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Are black women into traditional relationships? Is that what black women want? Or do they just
Absolutely.
want
That's exactly what I want.
yeah, I think most black women want that. I don't
I want that
uh,
too.
um
Yeah, I want to be home with my, if I choose to have children, I want to be home with my children.
yeah, you want to be you want to be there with your children, making them lunch, making sure they get to school okay, giving them a hug when they have a bad day, showing them that motherly love that women are supposed to do, and you want that your husband to be out there working, providing a paycheck to pay the bills, provide the food, and keep the family going, right? And women need to be there with their children. Children do much better when they're little with their mother, being there than sent to daycare because both the families are professional. I'm not saying that can't work, but look, when I was with me and my wife when our kids were little, my wife Sandy stayed at home. She took care of the children. She was there to make sure they got off to school while I was working, make sure they had their little lunch, make sure, that's what mom does. They get a little boo boo on their knee, mom's there to hug them and give them a kiss. That's what moms do. Dad's out there working. He's trying to provide a paycheck, trying to, you know, make sure his family's taken care of. And that's what a woman, you know, should be able to do. Be home with the children. Okay. And the children grow up much better that way because they develop that bond with the mother. And they have the bond with the father too, but I mean, when they're real little, the mom is very important. And I think that's why I'm kind of screwed up today, is because my mom wasn't there. I had my dad, but he's putting his foot in my butt rather than getting the, the coddling and the nurturing from the mother I should have got. But it is what it is. Um, but I found that in the black woman, and God, that turned my heart uh, 180 degrees, and thank God for that. But anyway, um, but yeah, pro white leadership, you should have that. And if a man can't give you that, you really shouldn't be with them, because the thing of it is, as a man, his purpose is to provide, protect, and work hard. That's his job. That's our job. Um, and if we can't provide for the woman in our life, how can we provide for the children? And if we can't do that, we can't have a stable home. Um, and women should want that. They should want a man that can provide that, because she's more happy, she's more stable. He's happier because he knows he's doing what he's supposed to as a man. And she loves him more because she sees the hard work he does and understands what he brings, to the family. And she's submissive to him because she loves him and wants to submit. And he's the kind of man that would lay down his life for his wife and kids. That's the perfect marriage right there. And
Exactly.
and that's what we should strive to achieve, right? There's nothing wrong with a woman saying she wants to be with a man that's successful, that makes a good living. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not a gold digger. A gold digger wants to get a man's resources and bounce. That's what I consider a gold digger. A woman that wants to be married to a man that makes a good income, that's hardworking, that's what a woman should want. There, and if a woman's not thinking about that, she needs to check herself and reevaluate and go for the man that's successful. I'm just saying. Okay? And the best man wins. And if you know what, if you're a man, you're not the best man, you don't win, that's okay. That don't mean you're not a good man. That means you need to tighten up. That means you need to improve. That means you need to become a better man. And if you're hardworking, you will be that better man one day. And it'll feel so good when you win. It'll feel so good when you got your family together. And later on, when you get old and you see your legacy going forward, successful, you see the kids, grandkids, maybe even great grandkids doing their thing, being successful. That's when you win. But it's going to take hard work. It's going to take blood and tears. It's going to be backbreaking. It's not going to be easy. But a real man does not live an easy life. A real man is always working. A real man is always fighting through things. A real man's always the provider. The weak man has the easy life. That's it
That
in a
is
nutshell.
true. And plus, like, some women I've heard do want traditional marriages. It's just that they don't want the type of marriage, whereas the guy's like, oh, you gotta, work, etc. Where I see traditional marriage, it's like the woman stays home and she
Mhm.
do the housework and take care of children, etc. And the man is the provider, etc. And then when you hear nowadays with a lot of these dudes talking, they like, oh, I want a traditional woman. Except when you tell them what traditional women were like, they have to be the main provider. They have excuses of them not doing their part as a man. but they have all the parts. Like they want women to have everything as a woman, and it's like when we tell them that, it's like, yo, yeah, I don't want traditional men. It's like no, it's just that we are like, if you want traditional women, you have to be a traditional man. But half of these dudes still want to be modern men with
Mhm.
getting their bills paid and getting their roles done. But role reversed, they wouldn't want the woman to get her stuff done, etc. They claim she's not feminine, and that's not how it goes. So it's not if women want traditional marriages; it's if men can be traditional men to be in these traditional marriages.
Can I
Yeah.
veer slightly off topic?
Oh no, go ahead.
Pro white male leadership. Jason put in the chat like eons ago. That she was wondering when
Uh,
you're
uh,
developing your organization and to email her about my information.
okay. We got an echo. What's going on? Hey guys, if you're on StreamYards, um, keep it on just keep it on StreamYards. If you're on both, somebody's got an echo. Um, but ladies and gentlemen, if you're not talking, just put your microphone on mute until they're done, and then when you get ready to talk, you can unmute yourself. Let's try that because we're getting an echo somewhere. And anyway, but go ahead, Afro Angelique. I'm sorry.
No, Jason just had a question for white
Uh,
leadership about when she was starting her organization. Am I echoing?
It sounds like an echo on your end, Afro.
yeah,
Can you
yeah.
hear me?
Yeah, well, yes, I'm
Um,
working on some legal stuff right now because I have to get a couple of things copyrighted and stuff like that. But everything is once I do all the legal stuff and stuff like that, yeah, it should be towards I'll say January as of right now.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
think she wanted me to, I guess, email you and talk about it. So I guess y'all can hook up through Brent with the emails.
Oh,
Uh,
I'll put an email right here right now. Yeah, that's not an issue at all. Yeah,
yeah.
I'll put it in the chat right now.
Okay, there it is.
So, Brett, I wanted to say thank you for having me. I gotta wake up early for work tomorrow,
Oh, okay.
etc. And good
Okay.
night, everyone on the panel, Brett, and the chat.
Okay. Hey, thanks, DK. It was good to see you, young lady. Thanks for coming on, and you're always welcome. It's good to have you on the show. I know it's getting late. It's almost midnight where I'm at on Mountain Time Zone, and I know most people it's later than that. So we've been on 2 hours and 30 minutes. So we're going to close out here soon. Um, but ladies and gentlemen, if you want to say a few things before we close out, um, go ahead. Um, this has been an awesome show, and I've had a good time tonight. But my thing tonight is most black women, I believe, want the traditional family. Most black women, I believe, want to be married. Most black women, I believe, want a husband that loves them and uplifts them above themselves. And us as men, we need to provide that. Women need to be more important than us as men. And if it's not that way, something's wrong with us as men. We're the ones that are supposed to provide and protect and fight, and we're supposed to be the workers. That's why our body structure's stronger than women, because you know why that is? It's to protect women, and it's to do the physical labor, to work, to provide that paycheck. Yes, that's what we're supposed to do as men. It's not a woman's job to provide income, it's us as men. Until we figure that out, um, we're not going to have a good relationship. We're really not, because women aren't designed to work 2 or 3 jobs to make ends work. That's our job as men. We're designed to do that. Women are
Mm,
nurturers. Women are loving. They're caring. Um, they provide that bond with children when they're little. They provide that love and support. And women provide this love and support to their husbands too. That's what energizes us as men. When I have a bad day and I cling to my wife and she tells me how much she loves me and it's going to be all right, you know what that does? That makes me feel loved. That energizes me. That motivates me to even work harder. That motivates me to be even more successful. And that's what we need as men. And women need men to be like that. I mean it's not hard. It's pretty simple, really. Men, you work hard, you provide, and ladies, you support your husbands. I mean, I know it sounds simple, but when we come into marriage, we're supposed to forsake others. When you hear your marriage vows, right? You will forsake others for each other, right? And guys, that means, you know what? Your wants and desires, when you think about desire and your wants, who do you think about? It should be your wife. If it's another woman, you're wrong. You should forsake all women, okay?
mm,
All your desires, you know, and all your love and affection belongs to your wife. It don't belong to no other women, okay? And same thing with women. All your wants and desires belongs to the man that's your husband, okay?
mm.
And
Yeah.
that's a
Yep.
marriage, because you become, like the Bible says, you become one, okay? Yeah, you're two individuals, but you move as one, your husband and wife. And you love nobody else but your husband and your wife. That's it. You could have friends that are the opposite sex, but here's the thing, don't get in trouble with that. As a man, you do not hang out with a woman by yourself. Now, if it's a group, a function, that's cool. But the times that you're alone with a woman belongs to your wife. Same thing with women. And that's where people get in trouble. Oh, well, she's a good friend. I like to have lunch with her. No, dumbass, you don't do that. That belongs to your wife. Okay? And same things, ladies. Um, but that's what a marriage is. It's you're becoming as one. You love your wife like you love yourself. And and if you're a real man, you love your wife more than yourself. You would lay down your life for your wife. That's true love. And when you give her that, she gives you everything. It's a win-win situation when you're doing it right. When both people are doing it right, that's where the blessing comes in. That's where you live your best life. Unfortunately, a lot of marriages, one person's doing the right thing and the other one's not. But if you can find true love where you're both on the same page and you can become one, hey, you're blessed, and your life only gets better at that point. There'll still be hardships and struggles, but you know what? You have each other, and that's the most beautiful thing on earth. Seriously.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. And you know something, Brent. Um. Um. I first tried to let black women know that there's other music besides rap music out there, and I mistakenly on part two of
mhm,
it, I mistakenly when it because Sony in Japan still owns the rights to the anime the the alternate anime songs. I accidentally um played the the alternate version of it,
Uh-huh.
and I messed up and I got a copyright strike for it. So
Oh.
it's not allowed in Japan because Sony in Japan had a copyright strike. But
Oh,
uh,
wow.
what yeah but what I was trying to say on those two is, black women, you have to expand your horizons when it comes to both men and music also, because because I listen to Aerosmith. The way I found Aerosmith was when I was watching the movie Armageddon.
Mhm.
That's what I heard about. And you know, in not everything has to, you know, it has to, be rap be rap music, the whole time,
Mhm.
and the rap music of today, it just destroys black women's image. You have to, you have to open your heart to other music, and some of them, it may be boring, but when you keep listening to it, which one do you want? Which one do you think is better? The music that degrades your image, or the one that's kind of boring but cool at the same time?
Hmm. Yeah. And what you said, you got a copyright strike? Not just a wow. Yeah, you hey guys, if you do your YouTube channels, be careful of music, cuz I've never got a copyright strike, but I've got a copyright claim a number of times because of music. And in fact, they've taken my the money I made from videos and pulled it and gave it to the copyright owners. The copyright owners have that right. They can either block your video, take it down, or they can take your monetization away from you. If you're making money off it, they can take your money. So be careful, and they can strike you too. And I think you get 3 strikes, your channel's deleted. You're done. So be
Yeah,
very
but
careful. Yes.
yeah, that was my first strike, and
Mm.
what I was trying to do is like show examples of, different music. The music I
Uh-huh.
was playing is a alternate version of a song that was in an anime. That's what
Oh,
I was trying to do. And man, that I didn't even know. So as of right now, I use the anime version of it because it's not, the it's not the alternate version of it. And uh, techno music, I think it doesn't get, the respect that it deserves, and neither does country music, J-pop or K-pop. I don't think they get the respect that they deserve. And because it's always hip hop, it's always rap music, even though it degrades the image of the women who look like black men. You know, and I'm saying it ruin. What I'm saying is it ruins the image of black women. And like I said, at the end of the day, you have to choose which music you would rather you will rather listen to, because I'm telling you, there is some great music out there that I think black women are missing out on, because um because it's all about hip hop and everything else.
Yeah.
And also black women, again, it's time to put the capes down. It really is, because y'all been having the capes on, trying to protect black men, like for like what, decades, maybe years, and 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 look what that got you. It got you black men disrespecting you online, and now it's trickling down in real life also. The best thing you can do is, I think, when pro white male leadership gets her thing started, the main thing that black women can do is put the capes for black men down and let them fight their own battles. And
Yes.
since they
Let
want,
Yeah, good point. And let the man wear the cape for you, ladies. Let us be the superhero. Let us provide and protect. Let us fight your battles. Let us stand up for you. And you know what? More men need to stand up for black women. There's enough channels attacking black women. We need to balance that. We need to say, you know what? That ain't working. You know what? No. Black women are the best option, hands down. For every community, black women are the standard. And you know what? We need to love and protect them, and we need to stop this madness. Afro Angelique, have a good night, young lady. Um, yeah, I'm about to close down. Thanks for coming on. I know we're all getting tired. It's late. But listen, ladies, it's time for the man to wear the cape for you. It's time for the man to put you on that pedestal. It's time for the man, to see you as the treasure. It's time for the man to do better so we can get better. It's time for the man to show what he brings to the table. And it's not 50-50, guys. The man brings everything. The lady brings her love, loyalty, and her beautiful self. That's it. You do the rest, guys. And if you can't do the rest, you shouldn't be in a relationship, okay? Until you can provide and protect. Ladies, it's time you give up your capes for the black man, or any man for that matter. The man should wear the cape for you. The man should be fighting and competing for you, not the other way around. And if there's a reason for protest, it should be the man, not the woman. Just saying. Okay? The woman is the treasure. And black women, you are the best amongst men, amongst women. Well, you're better than the men too. I'll give you that. But black women, you are the most successful. You are the most loving. You are the most nurturing. You are the most spiritual. Ladies, don't let any other group of women take that from you, because your beauty stands above everybody else's. And that's honest. That's being honest. And statistically, what I'm saying is backed up. So the truth is, you are the best option. So you deserve the best option, ladies. You shouldn't be the best
Yes,
option
black
and settle for less.
women. Yes, and always remember, I don't know. Listen, I am never gonna be. I should don't take this to no offense. I'm never gonna be jealous of someone that aged faster than me. So Yeah. So, but just saying what it is. So, yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah,
about over here.
we do, and we love you for it. Yes.
Oh man. Eh, um, it's been a pleasure talking with you, Ron. And I'll be talking with you, Brent. And I hope to see you in pro white leadership and Indiana Mom and Mark on the live tomorrow. And and I sent you an email on your Gmail account. Uh,
Okay.
uh, yeah, and make sure you pass it around so everyone can get it.
Okay. And I'll come on. I'll be there tomorrow night. Also, I can't stay up too late because I got to work Monday morning. But I'll be there. I'll be there for you. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to come on.
Okay. I'll just. Did you put the time on there, Alexander? So that way I can put it on my community page so people see it.
Yep, I put it on there. It's at 8. I put 8 o'clock on there.
Oh yeah, you did 8 o'clock Eastern. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll put it up there and I'll be there. And you know, um, yeah, I'll put it up there, but I'll be there for you, sir. And hopefully we could get Indiana Mom Pro White Leadership if you're able to be there. Uh, I know Pro White Leadership's busy, busy. Um,
Yeah, I'll try. I'll try. It will probably be
yeah,
late. But yeah, so it'll probably be late, but I'll try.
yeah. And
Yep.
Alexander, I'll be there right away because I'm off tomorrow.
Oh, oh, okay. And make sure that Mark gets the email too, because I don't want him
Okay.
to miss out. Yeah, and it's been nice talking with you, and
Okay.
you. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
you
You mean Mark Bavin? Make sure he gets
yeah.
it. Or
Mm-hmm.
okay, because I was thinking Michael Ray, but he's watching. Okay, yeah, I'll send it to him too. Okay.
Yeah, and it's been nice talking with you and pro white male leadership, and you know it, black women are the most beautiful of them all, and
Yes.
I think it's time for black women to let the black male go, and you know is and see and let other races of men and come and like give other races of men a chance, but
Yeah.
you still have to vet them
Hmm.
also.
Yes. 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 And that's well said. You give other men a chance, ladies, because you want all men to compete for you, not just a certain group. You don't want to ever have men think that they have you and you're not going nowhere. Don't ever make men believe that. I think that uh, is a downfall for a lot of black women because a lot of black men say, "Hey, we got her. She ain't going nowhere. She's only going to date me." Right? That's what black men are saying. Don't let that be the case. You know, make all men compete for you. You will get a better option. And I don't know what that race of man, what the better option is going to look like, but you have men competing for you. And that's in today's world, that's being strategic because the best man wins. And when all groups of men compete, think about it. You get a lot better options. Not Not one racial group is better than the other. I would never say that. But you want the best of the best, do you not, ladies? And black women, you are the best of the best, so you deserve the best of the best. Stop settling for less, black women. Stop it. You deserve more than you will ever admit to. And that's because you have a big heart, you're loving, you're nurturing, you're beautiful, you got everything going for you. Do not settle for less. Okay, you are the most beautiful, you are the most successful, you are the most loving, you are the most spiritual. You're the best. How many ways can I say that? Just saying. Okay? So do not settle for less. Let Becky and Mei Ling settle for less, okay? Not you, black woman. You're the best. Okay? Keep that in mind. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and close this. Guys, it's getting late. Alexander, I'll see you tomorrow, brother. Pro White Leadership. Good to see you, young lady. That was a good live. I enjoyed it.
Yes,
And,
absolutely.
And anytime you want me to be on with you or help you with anything, just let me know. Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to work on some copywriting and stuff like that, some legal stuff and stuff like that. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Okay. Okay. And hey, Pro White Leadership, if you want to use any of my videos that I have, you're more than welcome to use anything I have on my channel for your show if you want to do that. I'm just putting that out there.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah, you too, Alexander.
And Pro White Male Leadership, you're welcome to use any of my videos if you want to. And if you and I was wondering if you can check out, the for your first live, you can check out the videos that I made about black women, needing to find other music to listen to. I mean, it's going to be hard for you to find find both videos, but it's in there.
Okay, no problem. I'm subscribed to your channel. I don't. Yeah. So
Awesome. I'm subscribed to. I'm subscribed to both of you guys, Pro White Leadership and Alexander. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and close this. Had a great panel. Pro White Leadership, thank you for coming on. Alexander,
no problem.
thank
Good
you.
night, guys.
Good night. Thank you, Alexander. Thank you, Afro Angelique and DK. Had a great panel tonight. It was awesome. I had a good time. I'll see you guys soon, okay? Have a good night. God bless.
You too, man.
You too. I'll see you, brother. Have a good night.